What's up, everybody? My name is Devin, and I will be broadcasting the Dodgers game today. We're going up against the Giants. Yesterday, we clinched a spot in the playoffs, so that's good. This game shouldn't be too difficult, although the Giants do have a man on here in the first inning, top of the first. And Ryu is pitching. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. The guy bunts it over to first and gets the runner over to third, but he is out. All right, so now I got to get settled here. Here we go. It is the top of the first. Giants are hitting. I guess that means it's the bottom of the first. Oh, no, they're playing at Dodger Stadium. So, yeah, it's the top of the first, and the Giants have a man on third, and Ryu is pitching, and I just got to get settled here. Let's see, who's up to bat now? The Giants, his name is Denard Span. He's batting .264, 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, and he steps in. There's one out, and he's got a man at third base ready to come home. Here's the pitch. Ball one. And it looks like a beautiful day at Dodger Stadium. If you're in the area, you should probably just go. It looks like they still got some seats open. Here's the pitch. Strike one. So now it's 1-1 to Span. And I wonder who's on third and how he got on third. I started this one a little bit late. And Ryu is pitching, and I did his game maybe about a week and a half ago, and he didn't impress me too much, that's for sure. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 91 miles an hour. Span is looking pretty old, looking very distinguished. He steps in. Now they're showing the Dodgers bullpen. And I guess I'm watching this on Spectrum, but the Spectrum little sign is not up in the corner of the screen. So if you guys have a TV around you, you should actually probably be watching this on TV. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ryu. Inside, ball two. And in a little bit, I'll do some Dodgers news. I'll bring up this little window right here. Boom, we got Dodgers news. But the inning is going on right now. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Ryu. He gets the sign. Doesn't look at third. Ball three in the dirt. And I can imagine how putting this guy on base isn't the worst thing in the world, because now all of a sudden that opens up a double play. Or a double out. Or what is that called? A double play, yeah. So I wouldn't imagine him putting a pitch over the center of the plate here. You know, just something he can't hit is probably the best possible thing that he can do. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Chopper to first. The first baseman grabs it and tags out Span halfway down the line. And the runner stays at third. We now have 2 outs here in the top of the first. And so far, this is not the best way. This is not the way you'd want to start a game. Guy on third with 1 out. Just that's no fun. But at least the Dodgers clinched the playoff spot. And let's hope these Giants just don't care and let us get the easy win. Buster Posey's up right now. He's batting .314, 12 home runs, and 60-something RBIs. And I don't like the Giants. Never have. I'm a Dodgers fan. But Buster Posey is my favorite Giant. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. 91 miles an hour. Ryu does not throw gas. Honestly, I don't know why we have him. He's a workhorse, that's for sure. But I think he's the only starting pitcher in the rotation right now that doesn't have an over 50-50 record. I guess he'll be starting in the playoffs. Maybe we can trade or get somebody good. I don't know. But here he is pitching against the Giants. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Buster Posey. Huge curveball. Ball one. I don't know how much interest is going to be in this game. Like I said, it's against the Giants. They have no chance of making the playoffs. They're terrible. And we clinched yesterday. But I'll do the broadcast anyway. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on right up the middle. That's going to bring home the guy at third. And Buster just got an RBI here in the top of the first. And once again, the Giants or the Dodgers are going to have to come from behind against the Giants. Just like yesterday, but at least they did it. Man, great swing from Buster Posey. Just put the bat on the ball, and it looked way too easy. I don't think Ryu really has a chance against the top tier batters in Major League Baseball. I think they get pretty excited when they're going up against Ryu. Here's Hunter Pence. He's batting .256, 12 home runs, 64 RBIs. Nobody on these Giants really hitting amazingly. 0-1 to Pence. Yeah, it says up here he's batting .256. And, man, there are some empty seats at Dodger Stadium, so if you're in the area, just go. I'm sure they're giving them away for free. Here's the 0-1 pitch, ball 1. And Pence, he doesn't step out of the box. He just stays in there. I like his style. Let's get this game moving. No need to get it 4 hours long. Ryu, on the other hand, loves to take his time. So, here's the pitch from Ryu. 1-1 pitch. Called a strike, but it looked low and outside. So I think we might have got away with one there. 1-2 to Pence. And if we can get out of here with just one run, that would be great. No need for any more shenanigans here. Just get him out. Strike right down the middle. He's going to swing and miss. Ball outside. So now 2-2 to Pence. They're showing Rich Hill right. Oh, here's the hit to the second baseman. Forsythe has it, throws it over to first, and now we are going to be going to the bottom of the first. I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but thanks for being here. Bumgardner is, I guess, pitching number 40. That should be pretty fun. Yeah, Bumgardner is pitching, so we'll see what we can do against him. We are at commercial break, so now we're going to Dodgers news. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Let's just go to the very first one. From the Los Angeles Times, scroll down. Dodgers and Padres could play in Monterrey, Mexico next year. Let's see what this is all about. Let's close up that ad. The Dodgers and the San Diego Padres could play in a series in Monterrey, Mexico in May. As part of a dramatic expansion in international play, Major League Baseball tentatively has scheduled the Dodgers and the Padres to play in Mexico City in April. But issues in the development of new stadium there has compelled MLB to look elsewhere, even before the powerful earthquake has struck Mexico City on Tuesday. So it looks like Major League Baseball is trying to expand to Mexico, which just sounds like a great idea for sales. But there's problems with the stadium, and that doesn't even count the earthquake that just happened. So let's hope they can figure this out. You know, Dodgers playing in Monterrey, that sounds like a great idea. Let's see what else we got going on here. We have, in winning the NL West, Dodgers finally get their party started. All right, you know, let's read this one. Dodgers report. Los Angeles. Everything happens for a reason. At least that's what the Los Angeles Dodgers told. Something weird just happened. Everything happens for a reason. At least that's what the Los Angeles Dodgers have told themselves as they boarded their charter flight from Philadelphia and returned home Thursday. Their division-clinching champagne still on ice after laboring through a 620 stretch over the past month. Their magic number, which they figured would have to be a non-issue at this point in the season, back when they were 91-36. That is just amazing. 91-36 finally had dwindled down to one heading into Friday's game against the San Francisco Giants. Oh man, one of these advertisements. Let's just get out of here. All right, we're back, everybody. We'll get back to Dodgers news. Don't worry. I'll get better at this. Get rid of Dodgers news. Here we go. Bumgardner is 3-9 for the season. I don't know what happened to him. 3.48 ERA, and he is just not doing very well. He's 0-4 in the last four starts. Bumgardner not having a good season. For some reason, I remembered him as being pretty good, but I guess not. So here we go. First up is Taylor for the Dodgers. He's a tough out. That is for sure. Number 3, I think his name is Chris Taylor. Yep, Chris Taylor, batting .291, 21 home runs, 69 RBIs. And here's the first pitch. Inside for ball 1, 91 miles an hour. Bumgardner is throwing sidearm. That looked pretty tricky to hit. And his first pitch was inside and not very hard. Here's the windup. Big windup. Second pitch. Outside corner for strike one. 91 miles an hour. Once again, not a lot of velocity. Not a lot of velocity out of both these starters. Ryu not getting above 91 either. So let's hope the Dodgers can really hit this guy. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High for ball two. Again, 91 miles an hour. Seems like he's throwing nothing but fastballs so far. But I don't know what his other pitches are either. But so far, nothing but fastballs. Bumgarner gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball three. Now 3-1 to Chris Taylor, who is one heck of... He's a tough out. Every single time he's up, he could get down 0-2. Doesn't even matter. He will fight back in the count. And this is being 3-1. He's gonna get walked right here. No problem. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Yep, and he walks. So yeah, this is just what he does. I guess he hits too, but since I've been doing these games, he gets more walks than anybody. And right off the bat, we got Chris Taylor on first base with no outs. Up now, we got Corey Seager. And I read someplace that if you get the first guy on base with no outs, you have better than a 50-50 chance of scoring. So that means we're looking pretty good to tie up this game right now. Or at least a coin flip. And Corey Seager's batting .297, 20 home runs, 71 RBIs. He's looking very skinny. I can't imagine him being able to hit that well. He's small. He steps in. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball one. Bumgarner is having a hard time finding the strike zone. And whatever that was a slider, I think. I think Bumgarner throws fastballs and sliders. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Seager from the stretch. Swung on and missed for strike one. Seager pulled his head, looking for a home run. Just missed it. Bumgarner is looking pretty confident. Needs to shave. Really long hair. That looks like some 80s or some 90s hair. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed again. So it's now 1-2 to Seager. Oh, wow, he's batting .297. That is pretty good. I don't think there's anybody on the Giants batting .297. Bumgarner gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Seager just put the bat on the ball. That was right down the middle. Once again, looking like he's swinging for the fences. Why not? There's a guy on first. No outs. Try to go for a home run. If not, maybe a really hard hit ball to the corner and get that guy home. Is Taylor fast? I'm not sure. But I'm sure if he on first, he could come home. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, strike three. And Bumgarner threw him a weird-looking slider, I think, at 86 miles an hour. And Seager didn't have a chance. Kind of made him look stupid. Now they're showing a replay of number 42. He hit a home run. That might have been yesterday. I don't know who this guy is, but wow. I think he hit 2 home runs yesterday. Number 42. Who is this guy? Is that Hernandez? No, I think that might have been a totally different series. I don't know what that was. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to second base. Second base turns 2. And that's the end of the inning. Dodgers don't score, and going into the second, oh, they're showing people in the crowd. They're big smiles. Everyone's having a great time. A lot of Dodger blue. Don't see any Giants fans. And we're at commercial break, so that means more Dodger news. Here we go. Let's go to the LA Times from 22 hours ago. Oh, this is what we were just talking about. We'll see if Ryu stays in the starting lineup, or in the starting rotation. Hyun-Jin Ryu tries to remain in Dodgers rotation plans. You know, this is not that great. Los Angeles. In winning the NL West on Friday night, the Dodgers won their 98th game of the season. On Saturday, number 99 takes the mound in the middle of the series against the Giants. Ryu starts with at least ostensibly a chance to crack the postseason starting rotation. Kenta Maeda made his final start of the season on Thursday, throwing 61 pitches in 3 innings on Thursday. And over the final week of the season, will transition to the bullpen, which will be his role, if any, in October. So yeah, these pitchers are really starting to lose their their spots on the team. Like Baez supposedly is out now. Ryu has 3.46 ERA in 23 games, including 22 starts with 114 strikeouts, 44 walks, and 122 innings. So he is a workhorse. Coming back after the shoulder and elbow injuries limited him to just one start in 2015. Since a brief move to the bullpen in May, he notched a 4-inning save on May 25th. Ryu has a 3.6 ERA in 15 starts and allowed 3 fewer runs on 12 of those outings. It seems the Dodgers' playoff rotation will include Yu Darvish, Rich Hill, Alex Wood, and Clayton Kershaw. But given Wood's experience in the bullpen, perhaps he should be utilized in multiple games in the post-series instead of the starting role. That would allow Ryu to slot in as the 4th starter in October, a role he is more used to. All right, well, if Ryu is more used to being in the starting lineup and his replacement is better in the bullpen, I don't know. I guess that means Ryu stays in, though I don't feel confident with him, that's for sure. And Crawford is up to bat, batting .249. Let's see what he can do. Brandon Crawford. Here's the pitch. Big curveball, hit hard to left field, and Pui has it, and Crawford's going to stay at first, and there's a man on for San Francisco with no outs here in the top of the second. Right now, up to bat is Kelby Tomlinson, batting .269 with 1 home run and 11 RBIs. Not having an awesome season, and I have not yet seen one Giant over 300 so far on the season. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. And yeah, I haven't seen any of these Giants players batting over 300. It seems like they're all having a terrible year. And this guy, Tomlinson, he looks pretty nerdy. That's for sure. Can't imagine him being a baseball player. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, 1-1. And Ryu, I don't know. I think these batters, their eyes are lighting up a little bit when they see that ball coming in. Nothing crazy coming from Ryu. Nothing's moving. Nothing with velocity. We'll see what happens. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up to center field. Center fielder's coming in, gets underneath it, makes the catch. And Crawford stays at first. So now we have 1 out, and that helps. But that looked like a meatball right down the middle. It's I think we got a little bit lucky there that was just a pop-up. Now they're showing a guy named Culbertson. I don't know who that is. All right, who's up for the Giants? Ryder Jones. He's batting .180, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. This has got to be one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. Ryu can't even find the strike zone with these 91-mile-an-hour fastballs. Not a good start. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big curveball, swung on, fouled away. So 1-1. Oh, we got to get rid of our Dodger news. Don't worry, we'll do more Dodger news during commercials. And maybe some general baseball news, whatever you guys want. But I just want to make sure I broadcast this game. Screw Charter. I hate Charter. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away again. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this is I couldn't ever find the Dodgers games. When I was a kid, they were always on KCAL 9. You'd turn on the TV, you would start at Channel 2, you'd work your way up, and before you made it to Fox, you could see if there was a Dodgers game on. Now, you can't ever find them, and you hear they're winning, no one ever talks about it. The whole city, no one even knows. So I looked into it. Turns out Charter is terrible, and half the city can't even find the games. And I was one of them. And so that explained a lot. Go on YouTube, start streaming these games, and next thing you know, they're flagging my account. Charter, Spectrum, all over my accounts. Shut them down. I'm like, screw you guys. I'm just going to broadcast it then. And it turns out I'm allowed to do this. So I'm just going to do this and try to stick it to Charter any way I can. You know what? If they messed up getting the Dodgers, they signed that big deal, they got to pay the price. You can't hold the Dodgers hostage. And let's just hope we can get the city behind them before their big playoff push because they could use all the help. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back again. That one was 79 miles an hour. Must have been a curveball. And who is this guy up? It must still be Jones. Oh, Jones batting 180. Ryu's going to have a hard time with him, I'm sure. Because there's no strikeouts for Ryu. He never strikes anybody out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. All right, that was not a strike, but they called it a strike. Oh, the guy batting 180 is now yelling at the umpire. The umpire is shaking his head saying no. Computer says that hit the outside low corner. So, yeah, the umpire was correct. The computer agreed with him. But the guy batting 180 said he said the F word. You can just totally see it on his mouth. And the umpire says, "Get out of here, dude." And so now we got 2 outs. And Madison Bumgarner is up to bat. He's batting .226. Actually, one of the better hitters on the Giants so far, and he's the pitcher. Of course, Ryu can't throw him a strike. That's almost a wild pitch. Seems like what he should do is just give this guy 3 strikes right over the middle, get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, it's now 2-0 to Bumgarner, and walking him would be a major mistake. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and you know what? That was a pretty good rip from Bumgarner. He swung better than most pitchers, that is for sure. You know what? Maybe don't give him a meatball right down the middle, now that I think about it. Just give him some good pitches, Ryu. Let's get out of this inning. There's 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit down the left field line. Third baseman got it. Throw it over to first, and there's an error at first base. And Bumgarner is now safe at first, and the Giants now have a guy on first and third. So Bumgarner ripped it down the line. The third baseman, who is not Turner, I guess, backhanded it. Who is this guy? Forsythe. Oh, God, I am so sick of Forsythe. Oh, and the guy at first, oh, that was the first baseman's fault, number 65. Who is that? Anyway, Forsythe is playing third, makes a sweet backhand grab, throws it over to first, and the first baseman completely made the error. That was a great throw, and now we got a guy on first and third with 2 outs and the top of the order coming up for the Giants. This is not good. Let's hope Ryu has something up his sleeve right now. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1, 92 miles an hour. That one had a bit more zip on it. And, you know, they're showing just Forsythe right now. That wasn't his fault. It was the pitcher's fault, number 65. I don't even recognize him. We'll find out who he is. Maybe we should tweet him or something. That was just terrible. Now it's 2-0 to, who is this guy? Who is this guy hitting for the Giants? Yeah, the guy at first base he's looking like he's going to cry. That was a terrible play. He knows it. 2-0. Oh, to Hernandez. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike 1, and that was pretty dirty. 87 mile an hour breaking ball of some sort. And Hernandez totally just bit on it. Didn't even have a chance of hitting it. And it's now going to be 2-1. Just need 1 out to get out of this inning. Ryu is putting men on like crazy. Swung on to the shortstop. He backhands it, throws it over to the second, and that's the 3rd out. Thank goodness. We're going to be going to the bottom of the 2nd. Oh, now we have a Dodgers and a Giants fan dating each other in the crowd. What's going on here? And they're making fun of each other. I don't know what they're saying. Now everybody's pointing, but lo and behold, everyone's having a good time. And you know what? If your girlfriend is a Giants fan, let's not give that guy too much of a hard time. At least he's got a girlfriend. You know what? If she's a Giants fan, what can you do? All right, back to Dodgers news. We're on commercial break. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd. All right. Roberts on Friday, at least, wasn't willing to reveal his plans. We still have 8 games to go. It seems like a short amount of days, but a lot can happen. To make the decision right now doesn't seem responsible. Ryu will make the start tomorrow. Then we will reassess. So, you know, not a good start for Ryu if he wants to make that. Oh, man, I don't know what that was. It kind of felt like an earthquake, but I don't think it was. If it was a very small one. All right, minor leaguers suspended. I don't know what this is. Here we go. Dodgers right-handed pitcher Oliver Polanco on Friday was suspended for 72 games for testing positive for stanozolol. All right. Well, one of our pitchers has been juiced up, and now 72 games. That seems a lot for somebody that's 21 years old. Let's hope this doesn't ruin his career too much. Here we go. 21-year-old pitcher signed out of Santo Domingo in January 2016, posted a 2.84 ERA in the summer league. All right, what is this guy doing? You're still young. Just be a pitcher. None of these shenanigans. Game info. It's on Sportsnet LA, MLB. So anyway, let's go to some other Dodger news. Still on commercial break. How the Dodgers won their 5th straight division title. That's pretty amazing. Played on 5 NL West title teams: Ethier, Gonzalez, Jansen, Puig, and Kershaw. I think that's what this article is all about. I didn't quite realize it, but how the Dodgers won their 5th straight division title. Now, this looks like a good article. I didn't realize that they've done this 5 times in a row now. Like I said, Spectrum does not do a good job at making sure Dodgers fans get their Dodgers. I didn't even know that this is their 5th straight division title. The last time I thought they were good was when Manny was on the team. Anyway, back to the game. Here's Yasiel Puig. Bumgarner gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, 91 miles an hour. Puig stays in there. Doesn't even step out of the box. He knows that was the one to swing at. Puig, I really like him. It was sad earlier in the season when he was sent him down to the minor leagues, but we have him back, and he's all the Puig we need. He's a bit spazzy. He's emotional when he plays, but it's a lot of fun. And I think it's a net positive as opposed to a net negative having him on the team. So great to see him. And Bumgarner having a terrible season, gets the sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Now 1-2 to Puig. 92 miles an hour. Not a lot of velocity coming from Bumgarner. And looking like a really nice evening at Dodger Stadium. Everyone's having a great time. The seats are starting to fill in. Still looks like there's seats empty right behind home plate. I don't know what's going on there. We got a couple guys coming in late. Here's the pitch. Swung on to the third baseman. He throws it over to first. Puig is out, and it's going to be 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And you know what? That was a great pitch from Bumgarner. And, if they keep on hitting those ground balls, it's going to be a long night for the Dodgers. And now we got Logan Forsythe, batting .228, 5 home runs, 32 RBIs. And this guy does not impress me. I don't know why we have him, where he came from, why he's playing multiple positions in the infield. Maybe he could be like a pinch batter, but he's very small. Here's the pitch. Inside, did it hit his shirt? Nope. He pulled out of the way. Not a team player. He could have easily just stepped into that one and taken first base. I don't want to be too hard on Forsythe, but you know what? I don't like him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike one. Forsythe just let that one go by. 78 miles an hour. And now they're showing Dave Roberts. They're probably saying, why do we have this guy? There's got to be some young guy in AAA that's better than Forsythe. I don't know what's going on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's ball 2. So 2-1 now. And yeah, it seems like the Dodgers have an amazing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I like Puig at number 5. That's great. And then it's just a black hole of nothing. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. That looked like a ball. It's 2-2 to Forsythe. And you know what? Maybe I was talking a little bit of crap, but he's just not doing anything. Here's the pitch. Terrible pitch in the dirt. He swings. It's now 2-2. He had no chance of. That looked like a cricket throw. It hit before the plate, and he was swinging. That must have been a changeup or some kind of crazy curve. But Forsythe had no chance. He steps in, not looking very confident. That is for sure. Now he's looking a little bit awkward in there. Super small, smaller than the umpire, Here's the pitch. Oh, in the dirt again, swung on, but I guess he must have fouled that one. He must have put the bat on it. I couldn't hear it. I don't have the sound on, but it's still 2-2. Don't worry, everybody. We'll get back to Dodgers news here soon. I don't know if you guys want to see more Dodgers news. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch to Forsythe. Strike 3. What a shocker. And he just looks so frustrated. It's like, well, put the bat on the ball, buddy. Put the bat on the ball. You bit at 2 crazy changeup curveballs that hit the dirt. You didn't have a chance. Then he gives you a fastball. What else is he going to throw you? And you swing, the ball's already in the mitt. All right, here we got Austin Barnes up right now. He's batting .284, 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. So versus right-handed pitchers, he's batting .320. That's pretty sweet. Or right-handed pitchers, here's the pitch, outside corner for strike 1, 85 miles an hour. And there's no doubt Bumgarner is a better pitcher than Ryu. He's got more velocity, he's got more movement, he's hitting his spots, and he's got this sidearm thing that's kind of cool. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit to the shortstop, diving catch, throws it over to first, and he's out. Great play from Crawford at shortstop. That one could have easily been a hit. Now they're showing it on replay. And yeah, he just laid out for it, got up to his feet calmly, threw it over to first calmly. And we're going to be going to the top of the third. Here we go. So now we're on commercials. We're going to Dodgers news. That's down here. How the Dodgers won their 5th straight division title. This has been no ordinary season for the Dodgers. After racing out to the best record in baseball, a late collapse meant they took until late September to lock down the NL West. After the first few weeks of the season, the Dodgers were in 3rd place and 5 games behind the Rockies, who led the division for much of the first half. Things started to turn around in late May with a pair of 6-game winning streaks. But the Dodgers really took off a couple weeks later, beginning June 16th, a historic stretch that included winning streaks of 9, 10, and 11 games. Wow, that is amazing. They did that 3 times. After growing their division lead to 21 games, the Dodgers' fortunes turned. They began their worst stretch of the season, losing 16 of 17 games, including 11 in a row during September. And that's when I started doing these, because I didn't even know that they were doing so good and then losing so bad. The Dodgers wild ride to another division title. And take a look at this graph. That is, above expectations in wins. It doesn't matter how good you are, that they're running good. And it went back the other direction. And we're still in the playoffs, but I really wish that we were running a little bit better. And what worries me is this little blue end over here, the little blue at the end of the graph. So we have pulled out of that downturn that you see there, the red straight down line. We've pulled out of that, but we've kind of leveled off at not a winning record, and we went up against the Nationals, who are good, and they look like just as good of a team as us, if not better. So this little blue line, if that continues to be flat to down, we're not winning the World Series, people. So let's hope we can get back to that upturn. NL West standings, I don't really understand how this one works. Oh, so it shows, oh yeah, this is a pretty sweet graph too. So in June, we got it to first in June. We've been in first forever. And man, look at the Giants, they're awful. Here's the pitch. 0-1 to Joe Panic on the Giants. He's batting .291, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs. This is probably the Giants' best hitter. We'll get back to Dodgers news. Here's the 0-1 pitch to the Giants' best hitter. Right back to Ryu. Hits him in the chest. He throws it over to first. 1 out. And that was one of those scary ones where the ball hits the pitcher, and it could have been a lot worse than I think it was, but he's walking something off right now, and the umpire is running out to him saying, hey, are you okay? Ryu dropped the mitt. Now we got the coach coming out, Roberts, plus 2 trainers. Ryu, I don't know. This actually might be worse than I first thought. It hit him in the forearm, and that's his left hand, so that is his catching hand, because he was able to throw the ball pretty well over to first. Everybody's out on the field. Ryu and Dave Roberts and the trainer and the umpire and Forsythe. I don't know. Forsythe, get out of there. Get out of there. You don't get out of there. So much TV time for Forsythe. I don't know where Turner is. Here's the replay, and it hit him very weirdly in the mitt, in his catching arm, but he picked up the ball with his left arm and threw it over. So it's his, I don't know which arm is actually in trouble. I'm gonna stop speculating. Now here comes a pitching coach of some kind. Dave Roberts says, "Hey, dude," tells him something. Here's another replay, and yep, it is his left arm. It is his left arm for sure that gave him problems. He picked it up and threw it, and he winced in pain as he was throwing it over to first. And I don't know, this does not look good, people. He was able to throw it to first at least. Oh, he is still grabbing his left arm, his forearm. So it's one of those two bones probably in his forearm. I think it took a direct hit from the batter, and they're going to take him out of the game, I think. Oh, they gave him his glove back. I don't know what that means. The Dodgers bullpen is starting. Who are they bringing in? It's starting to see some activity, and yep, they are pulling Ryu out. That is not good. You know, that makes the decision much easier for Dave Roberts if he didn't want to start him for the playoffs, and Ryu is now going to the locker room surrounded by trainers, and now we got the Dodgers crowded around the plate. Roberts does not look happy. The bullpen is now underway for the Dodgers, and this is not good. It's going to be a long game, but at least we're going to be able to see a lot of the Dodgers pitchers. Oh, now we have a wide shot of Dodger Stadium, and man, does it look beautiful. It's the sun's going down, perfect weather. Stadium is almost full. It's just good to see them getting sales. It is Saturday night. Wish I was there, not gonna lie. And we are now on a commercial break, so that means more Dodgers news. So here we go. We're taking a look at we were talking about the Dodgers, and that was their upturn, and I mentioned their little downturn there. That at the end of that graph, if you look over there, that's not gonna win. That has to be up. So we pulled out of the downturn, but that's not good enough. Our pitching is good. I'm okay with the starting pitching. So let's go down. I don't know what this graph is. Hold on. Dodgers seasons 1884 to 2017. Oh, okay. This is pretty sweet. So for a little while, this was like the best season we had going. And then we ended up losing to a couple seasons, and the 1953 Dodgers in particular, who were 1-4 and 49. Wow, the Dodgers really were doing awesome. Despite those struggles, the Dodgers clinched the 5th consecutive NL West title and are on track to post one of their franchise winningest seasons. Yeah, but we're not running hot going into the playoffs. All right, so let's go to another article. That was from the LA Times, and other than those 3 sweet graphs, not a lot of content there from the LA Times. Of course, we read this one last game. Pedro Baez has pitched himself off the playoff team. Dodgers celebrate their 5th consecutive NL West title. Dodgers, Walker Buehler deserves the 7th inning. Let's take a look at this. From Fansided, I have not even heard of this website. Dodgers, Walker Buehler deserves 7th inning. Oh God, look at these! Look at all these ads.
People money on car insurance more than.
Ross Stripling is coming in to pitch, and this guy throws curveballs, and the curveballs are awesome, but I do not trust him in there. He's 3-5 for the season. 3.95 ERA. The last time we saw him pitch, he threw some meatball curveballs right over the plate, and it would look like home run derby. When Stripling's fastball is not on and he doesn't have control with the fastball and he's forced to throw curveballs for strikes, expect a lot of home runs. That is not a winning strategy. So let's just hope he has command of that fastball. And as long as he has command of the fastball, the cooler your curveball is, great. It's cool, dude. But they still hit it. But yes, his curveball is very dirty. They took Ryu out because he got hit by a pitch. Or he got hit by the batter. The batter hit it right up the middle and hit him in his left forearm. He picked up the ball with that left forearm, threw it over to first, and got the out. But during the throw, he winced in a lot of pain. His glove immediately came to the ground, and he started grabbing his left forearm. At first, it didn't look like that big of a deal. Then the trainers came out with Dave Roberts, and it must have been not. He certainly wasn't coming into the game, so he was taken out. And now he got Stripling, who I only see people hit home runs off of him. I've never seen Stripling do anything awesome. And I think he's right on the edge of making the playoff team so far. Not totally sure. Another commercial break in progress, so let's go back to Dodgers news. All right, what is going on with this damn ad? You know, this ad is just in the way. Kenley Jansen, you know, I'm not going to read this. Screw them. They got my click, though. 2 dramatic streaks will define the Dodgers' 2017 season. Here we go. From ESPN. This looks, well, that's just a great picture. You win some, you lose some, by Tim Kiwone. Sunday morning, Dodger Stadium, Dave Roberts' office, about 90 minutes before the game time. You can feel the Sunday morning pregame sag emanating from the clubhouse, but Roberts is having none of it. He is upbeat in the relentless but unforced way of a teacher in an inspirational Hollywood adaptation, and he's got important work to do. One unfinished task is nagging at him. Game time is nearing, and he has yet to have individual conversation with every player on his roster. So that's good. I like, you know, good communication between your players is always good. And here we are, back to the game. Denard Span is up to bat. Stripling comes in super early. Ryu got hurt. Oh, right off the bat. I don't even know who it was. Span hit it right up the middle. And I was just looking down at Dodgers news real quick, and I look up, and he's already on base. Stripling is not having a great end of the season here. I don't know where he came from. Let's see, who do we have up for the Giants now? Probably somebody not batting very well. They're all batting. Oh, Buster Posey's batting .316. So he is without a doubt the best batter on the Giants this year. And he's up to bat, so great. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for strike one, 89 miles an hour. And that is good to see Stripling getting strikes with something other than a curveball. And also in the bullpen is Brandon McCarthy. He's warming up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Nope. He throws it to first and safe. Number 65, the first baseman who made the error in the first inning is his name is, oh man, I saw his name but now I forgot it already. Farmer? Is his name Farmer? I don't know. He made an error that already cost us a run. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Posey. Strike two, bottom of the plate. Look like a ball to me, but I'll take it. Even Posey turns around and asks the umpire, what was that all about? And the umpire said, dude, that was a strike. And Buster Posey goes, okay. He steps back in. Stripling takes the sign. Actually, no sign at all. Just catcher tell him to keep it low. Stripling throws it back to first. Safe again. Yep, and that's Farmer, number 65. I've never seen him. He's already made an error from a third from Forsythe from third base. It was a one-hopper, but if you're the first baseman and it's one hop in front of you, you have to catch it. He didn't. He actually took his eyes off the ball. Looked like a little leaguer. Here's the pitch from Stripling. High fastball, 92 miles an hour, and this is when he gets into trouble. is when he can't throw fastballs over the plate. And he just can't hit. He has no strike zone control with the fastball. So watch this. We're going to get a couple of hanging curves for strikes. And if Posey doesn't hit one out, somebody else will. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Posey. Big curveball. At least it wasn't over the plate. 2-2 to Posey. That was close though. But 80 miles an hour is a 81 miles an hour curveball. Like, that is so great. Especially if he can hit those 91, 92 mile an hour fastballs as well. And Dave Roberts is pissed that was called the ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Posey. Big curveball, strike 3. And that fell off a table. Posey bit like no other. And that was great. Wow. Posey looked like a noob. And he sits down. He's pissed. Kind of throws the bat on the ground. Stripling looks happy. And Dave Roberts looks happy too. No. He was sleeping the whole time. Still in the top of the third. 2 outs. Stripling throws it over to first. Getting closer and closer, but called safe. Span, it must be taking a pretty good lead, but you can't tell on the video. But Stripling is not happy about the guy on first base. He gets the sign. Right down the middle. Strike 1, 92 miles an hour. And that's what you want to see. Fastballs at their knees. And Pence, this guy Pence, he wasn't even ready for it. It's like he wasn't even trying. The Giants batter steps in. Stripling gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on right back to Stripling. He underhands it to first, and we're out of the inning. So, whew, that's good. The Giants did not score. Ryu let people on the bases early. He then was taken out of the game, and Stripling got us out of the jam. We'll see if he's going to be playing in the next inning. And we are now on commercial break. Let's go back to Dodger news. Two dramatic streaks will define... Oh, yeah, we read that article. All right, so let's just go to baseball news. Oops. Baseball. Let's see. Changes are coming to baseball, but fans deserve a report why they... Here we go. First article. Chicago Tribune. Changes are coming to baseball, but fans deserve a report why they will be implemented. Still know nothing about the article. Thanks, writer. By Paul Sullivan. Alright, dude, this better be good. You got me this far. Commissioner Rob Manfred announced in May a reconstituted 16-member competition committee formed to address subjects such as the pace of game and roster sizes. I am going to reread that paragraph or that sentence. My bad. Commissioner Rob Manfred announced in May a 16-member competition committee formed to address subjects such as pace of game and roster sizes. I could not agree with the pace of play more in this day and age with Game of Thrones and so much great entertainment available. 4-hour Dodger games, 4-hour baseball games, or they're just no one's gonna watch them. So yeah, that's something that they definitely need to address. Baseball owners, managers, and a couple of former players and executives, including Cubs president Theo Epstein, had conference calls to discuss the game's most pressing issues, which now presumably includes the debate over whether expanded netting at ballparks should be mandatory instead of optional. Well, that doesn't seem like a very good, important thing for them to talk about. More netting? Huh. Obviously, there have been no changes implemented this year, though everyone expects a pitch clock to limit mound visit. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the netting. That seems a bit weird. They should be talking about the pace of play before that. Anyway, back to the game. We'll do more news here in a second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit hard. That's going to be a base hit. Farmer. Oh, man, nice. This Farmer guy, number 65, he's on base already. And Bumgarner does not look happy. He, basically, blew his nose out in the open. He just went, took one nostril and just blew it everywhere. Oh, wow, number 65. They're showing a replay of yesterday, I guess. And Farmer. Oh no, they're showing a replay of his hit he just had. Anyway, don't know where he comes from, don't know who he is. He's on the team, already making a contribution. Here's somebody else I've never heard of, Culberson. Yeah, I've seen him before, but he doesn't seem to be a regular either. And it's now 0-1 to Culberson. He's batting 143. He played for San Francisco, Colorado, and the LA Dodgers. I don't know who these people are. I guess we're just saving our rosters for the playoffs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit to the shortstop. They're going to turn 2. 2 outs. And Culberson, I don't know why he just saw the second pitch. He got too excited. Why did he should have made Bumgarner work for it a little harder than that. And now number 67 is coming up for the Dodgers. That is not Pui. He's big though. Who is this guy? Dixon. He was born in San Francisco. Okioa Dixon. I've never seen this guy, and I've been doing the last 10 games. Bumgarner's on his 29th pitch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Strike 1. 91 miles an hour, bottom of the strike zone, right over the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, that's going to be hit hard to the gap. Bobbled by the center fielder, but Dixon stays at first. Man, another error on the infield of the Giants. They just look so sloppy out there, but Dixon will stay at first. So now the Dodgers have 1 on here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. And maybe that guy was pinch hitting for Stripling, which would make a lot more sense. We'll see what happens. His first career Major League Baseball hit. Yeah, okay, well, that's awesome. And he hit the ball real hard. He looked like a pro. Looked like he'd been doing it his whole life. Turns out it was his first one. Let's see who's up for the Dodgers now. Number 3. Oh, Chris Taylor. He's batting .291, 21 home runs, 69 RBIs. One of our better batters. So, yes, Dixon did pinch hit for Stripling. So, Stripling's going to be out of there. He did his job, but happy to see him leave. He just lets too many home runs go. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Taylor. Swung on, hit hard. Center fielder is running for it. Might drop. Nope, center fielder caught it. 3 outs. And we are going to the top of the 4th. About to get a commercial break. Up, they're showing kids in the crowd. They're having a great time. All wearing Dodgers blue. And we are now at a commercial, so let's do some more Dodgers news. Obviously, there have been no changes implemented this year, though everyone expects a pitch clock and a pitch clock and a limit to mound visits, at the very least, in 2018. We have heard nothing from the committee since the announcement, and it remains unknown as to whether Major League Baseball will release any information to the public when or if changes are made. It would be nice to have an analysis on the issue based on their findings, like former U.S. Senator George Mitchell's 409-page report on steroids in baseball in 2007, but that seems like wishful thinking. Quote, a lot of conclusions that we have reached, and it's not just Manfred. It's possible on all sides, people from all different directions, from the media, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, nice article from Chicago Tribune. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here, guys. I've been going for 54 minutes now, and I promise I'll get better. Maybe just need a little bit more coffee. I'll be back. All right, everybody, we are now in the top of the fourth. Brandon Crawford is up to bat, and he's already taken one ball, so it's 1-0 to Brandon Crawford, and this guy needs a haircut. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit hard to right field. Puig gets under it and makes the catch. It looked pretty funny out there making it. He kind of crossed his legs at the last minute. I don't know why he did that, but he makes the catch, and there's now one out here in the top of the fourth. Commercial from Casino Morongo. Oh, it's the slow-mo cam. And whoever this pitcher is, he takes a huge long windup. And number 38, McCarthy. What a long windup. Yeah, that's just a bit ridiculous. Here's the pitch to Tomlinson. Chopper to Forsythe at third, throws it over to first, and we got two outs here on the top of the fourth. So far, this is going pretty fast. And you know what? I got it. You guys want more? Here we go. Get rid of that. Argo is a sponsor of the game. Now they're showing another replay of this guy. They keep on showing close-ups and slow motion of this guy, McCarthy. He's tall and lanky. And, he looks pretty funky out there. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 92 miles an hour. It's now 0-1 to Jones. He's batting 179. These Giants have got to be one of the worst teams in the league, though I don't know for sure. Here's a long windup from McCarthy. Big curveball. 80 miles an hour, but called a ball. It's kind of fun to see these pitchers, just to see who we have going into the playoffs. I don't know if this guy's going to be a starter or going to make the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Big curveball, swung on, chopper to first, but just foul. Jones, number 63, he's batting 179 for the season, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and if anybody needs to go to AAA to learn how to play baseball, it's this guy Jones. How is he even playing for the Giants? I don't even know. That has to be one of the worst batting records I've seen all season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, swung on, strike 3, and we are going to be going to the bottom of the fourth. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning. And up next for the Dodgers, we got Seager, Hernandez, and Puig. All right, what happened to Bellinger? I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get back. More Dodgers news. Let's see. Oh, man, what happened here? A baseball struck a young girl in the head last week. Man, this is going to be a sad one. I'll just let it load. I think when I'm doing all this stuff on my computer, it just goes slow. A baseball struck a young girl in the head last week. We need rules to stop that. Huh. Oh man, that is a little tiny baby. That's not good to see. Let's hope she's okay. Baseball fans react as a young girl carried out of Yankee Stadium after she was hit by a foul ball Wednesday. Play stopped at Yankee Stadium for 4 excruciating minutes Wednesday. Slugger Todd Frazier had just rocketed a 105-mile-an-hour foul ball into the stands where it struck a young girl in the head. Mr. Frazier knelt down, a pained look on his face. Some of the other men on the field shed tears. The girl was rushed to the hospital, where the father later told reporters she is doing, quote, all right, but it's still unclear whether she will need surgery. Holy crap. Well, that's the thing about head injuries and brain injuries, is they don't really know how bad it is, and no one ever really likes to talk about it. So, just because the dad says she's all right doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So that's sad. Player after player has since insisted that stadiums need more netting to protect fans from incoming foul balls. I didn't even know this was a problem. Anyone who has sat near the Major League dugout knows how tantalizing and alarmingly close those seats are to the action. Balls whizzing toward the crowd at 100 miles an hour plus leave close-in spectators practically no time to react, especially a 3-year-old. We wish Wednesday's story were unique but it's far from it. It's far from the first time that an errant baseball has struck a spectator. Fans have lost vision, required reconstructive surgery, endured shattered skulls, and even seriously wounded by flying bat. I didn't even realize that this was a problem, but it does sound like a problem, and we'll get back to this article. First pitch to Seager, swung on and fouled back. Bumgarner is still pitching, hasn't let up any runs yet. Seager is looking pretty small. This guy's got to hit the gym. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul back again. He steps out, and Bumgarner steps off the mound. This is the slow play is the thing that they're going to try to fix with that committee, and netting, I guess. These are the reason why they're going to talk about the netting is because of this young girl. Now I know what's going on. The netting's on the top of the list of things they got to worry about. Pace of play is second. Here's the pitch, swung on, strike three. Seager's out, and Bumgarner just threw 92 miles an hour right by him. Seager didn't even have a chance. And so far, the Dodgers have not been looking awesome, and we don't have Turner or Bellinger, which is, I guess that means that we're doing okay. Kike Hernandez is up right now. He's batting .210, 11 home runs, 35 RBIs, and I don't know who he is, but must be playing for Turner or somebody. There's the first pitch, 77-mile-an-hour curveball, strike one. Hernandez didn't even swing. It looked like it was going to be outside, but just hit that corner. Great pitch from Bumgarner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball one, 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball. You know what? I for some reason I always thought Bumgarner was more of a power pitcher, but this doesn't look like power pitching at all. This is 90 miles an hour on breaking balls. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So it's now 1-2. And the Giants do seem to be trying. I don't know why. They have no chance of making the playoffs. Bumgarner is not happy with the ball. The umpire throws him two more. He picks one and then throws it back. That was like tennis. Hernandez steps in there, grips the bat. This has been a waste of 45 seconds now, Bumgarner. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball two, 93 miles an hour. That was his hardest pitch yet. Hernandez has tar all over his helmet. Looks pretty sloppy. Somebody get him a new helmet. He steps in there, not looking confident. 2-2 pitch. Ball three. So it's now a full count to Hernandez. Looks like he has like a cool mohawk thing going on, though you can't really see. Bumgarner this is going to be his 42nd pitch, so definitely putting in some work. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Should be foul, could be foul. Nope. The second baseman called it, underneath it, made the catch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Quick game so far. We want to see the Dodgers starting to hit. Yasiel Puig is up right now. He's batting .260, 26 home runs, 70 RBIs, 0 for 1 for the night. And if somebody needs to get hot, if somebody needs to play well in the field, do good base running, and hit the ball, it's Yasiel Puig. If he doesn't produce, we have no chance in the playoffs. They're just such good teams we're going to be going up against. And our pitching can only do so much. Puig steps in there with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Bumgarner. Strike one. Outside corner. 93 miles an hour. Puig does not look happy about that and looks back at the umpire and says, "What the hell are you looking at?" And the umpire says, "Yeah, dude, that was a strike." I don't think it was, but it's a strike. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Puig. Low again. That's called a ball somehow. That looked much more out than the last pitch, but it's 1-1 to Puy. And man, he looks so jacked. I wonder how much he weighs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Yeah, Yasiel Puy and Jansen, if they got into a fight, who would win? That's a pretty good question. I want to know. Yasiel Puy versus Jansen, who would win? Here's a 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. And Puy is very patient right now. Bumgarner is taking his sweet time out there. He's behind on the count, so maybe he's got to get his head into it. Here's the windup. Puy pops it up. The right fielder gets underneath it, or the left fielder got underneath it and made the third out. Bumgarner's got no runs scored on him so far, and we are going to be going to the top of the 5th. Commercial break. Back to baseball news. Here we go. We wish Wednesday's story were unique, but it's far from the first time that an errant baseball has struck a spectator. Oh yeah, we are back to the little girl getting hit by the baseball. This is just a terrible story all around. I really hope she's okay, and if they do think that the netting is going to make a difference, then put in the netting. Who's against the netting, I guess, is the question. The reaction among some is to blame the injured, arguing that they should not have... The reaction among some is to blame the injured, arguing that they should have been paying more attention, or to blame those around the victims, insisting that it's irresponsible to bring children to dangerous areas of the park. Well, you know what? If you buy a ticket, you should be insured some form of safety. But even the most conscientious of baseball fans might fail to react in time, either for a protective loved one or themselves. The balls move very quickly, and it is just reality that over the course of a 3.5-hour game, even the most attentive fan may look away once or twice. So yeah, well, they got to put in the netting. Doesn't seem like much of a story. Let's just hope the little girl is okay. All right, let's go with this one. Let's scroll down. Baseball needs more netting. Baseball is the horniest sport. So why does baseball have the most horned up fandom? Don't even try to argue with me on this one. I'm objectively correct that baseball... All right, this one's got to be read. Sorry, guys, but we got to do this one. Lee Cowart seems to know baseball. So here we go. Football has hulking men in tights and shoulder pads running headlong into walls of opposing meat to protect the beloved quarterback. MMA features a sweaty and nearly nude, engaged in what often described as aggressive hugging. Soccer is a game of beautiful ones, filled with passionate and the best damn legs on the planet. In baseball, well, baseball is dudes in pajamas mostly standing around. And that is true. So why does baseball have the most horned up fandom? Don't even try to argue with this one. I'm objectively correct that fans are the horniest of all of them. We're recruiting every day. Case in point, this recent tweet from Lee... Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Baseball players are hot, if that's what this story is all about. Well, wow. Great job. You must be the best journalist around. We'll get back to news, don't worry. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bumgarner. Swung on, hit hard to third base. Forsythe throws it over to first. And we have one out here in the top of the 5th. Yeah, so basically this article is just baseball players are hot. And I can see that. I mean, compared to basketball players and football players are all huge and they're not 7'1". They're much more attainable type of men. So I can imagine how 50% of the population seems to be horned up for baseball. So this article is no good. We'll get out of here. There's nothing good about that. Let's see. D. Strahan, baseball star. No, that's baseball. I don't think I'm in the best baseball news area. Google baseball news. I know what I got to put in. Major League Baseball. Puerto Rican players across MLB help after Hurricane Maria. Let's see. Oakland Maxwell's first MLB. Okay, so he kneels during the... All right. A lot of this news looks like other sports news. It's almost like they're recycling the same article over and over again. But here we are. Top of the 5th. 0-2 to Hernandez. And McCarthy is one tall guy. I wonder how tall he is. They haven't showed it yet, but I'm sure the announcers are saying it. Long windup. It's pretty annoying. Curveball in the dirt. And it's going to be 1-2. I wonder where this... They keep on showing him in super slow motion because it's funny and he's so lanky and weird looking. I wonder how old he is. You know, I should probably get... I should probably be the color commentator and get somebody in here that actually knows baseball better than me, especially the Dodgers, because there's probably people that know who McCarthy is. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hernandez. Swung on, hit to center field, and that's going to drop. Hernandez hits a single, top of the 5th. And McCarthy, that seemed like a pretty good pitch. Hernandez just put the bat on the ball and hit it to center field. Nobody had a chance. That brings up Panic. Or Pranic? Let's take a look. They don't put their numbers on the front. Joe Panic. He's batting .290, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs. So this is the Giants' second best player right now, behind Buster Posey. Just a terrible team. Good to see. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And McCarthy, he doesn't have an annoying windup, or doesn't when he's in the stretch position pitching, he just looks normal. It's only his windup, or his, what is that? I guess that's called a windup. It's only his windup that is kind of annoying. He just takes forever. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. All right, so Panic steps in, taking forever. McCarthy throws back to first and doesn't get him in time. And once again, this Hernandez guy must be taking really big leads. You can't tell from the video, though, whether or not these guys are taking big leads. So it just looks kind of random every single time they throw it back to first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. Doesn't get by the catcher. Barnes. Oh, yeah, Barnes is the catcher? Man, he looks young. But, yeah, great stop from Barnes. And the runner stays at first. Although, you know he was excited when he saw that ball hit the dirt. But Barnes just let it hit his chest and it just dropped right in front of him. No play anywhere. McCarthy gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Throws it back to first, actually. And Hernandez must be taking a long steal. But they just can't quite get him in time. Panic steps out of the box. Steps back in. Looking like he's ready to go. McCarthy gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, Hernandez steals. A wild throw from Barnes. And stolen base. Hernandez is now at second. And Barnes had a great jump there. He caught the ball, saw the steal, got to his feet quickly, threw the ball, but it kind of had like a rise to it. So it looked like he was going to be kind of on point, and then it just rose 4 feet over anybody's head. It's like a rising throw. Yeah, that was just a bad throw. Not even close to anybody. Barnes must be feeling pretty stupid right now. Hernandez is on second. 2-2 to Panic. Here's the pitch. Swung on, dribbler to first. That's going to go foul. So still 2-2. Hernandez is still at second. And McCarthy has got himself into a little bit of a jam right here with a guy on second. But he doesn't look too worried. And it's not like this game is really that big of a deal for the Dodgers anyway. Now they're showing everybody in the Dodgers infield. 2-2 to Panic. He steps in the box. McCarthy checks Hernandez at second. Seager's keeping a tight watch on him. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on hard to the second baseman. Second baseman throws it over to first. And we have 2 outs. And the Giants have a man on third with a very distinguished-looking gentleman coming up to bat. Who is this guy? Oh, they're showing McCarthy. This must have been a different game. Oh, they're comparing McCarthy to himself earlier in the season. I don't know what they were saying. 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Ball 1 to somebody on the Giants. I don't know who he is. An older-looking gentleman. Got a gray beard. We'll find out in a second. Who is that? Number 2. Strike 1. 93 miles an hour. Now they're showing the Dodgers pitching coach chewing on gum. Back to the game. The guy on the Giants steps in there. Still don't know who he is. Oh, Span. McCarthy throws pitches. Swung on. Fouled away. 1-2 to Span. 91 miles an hour. That was for sure a ball. I don't know why he swung. He's kind of crouching the plate a little bit. And that ball came inside. So not only was it inside, he was crouching the plate. It was just a bad swing. He looked kind of foolish. It's 1-2 to Span. Here's the pitch. Swung on, up the middle. Run's going to score. And McCarthy gave Span something to hit, and he just nailed it right up the middle. Says thanks to the Lord. And his jersey is dirty. I don't know why it's dirty. Oh, curveball over the plate. Right up the middle. And the Giants easily get that player on third home. And now we got a player on first with 2 outs, so at least he's not in scoring position. But it's Buster Posey, and he's always dangerous. So let's just hope we can get out of this jam right now. Come on, McCarthy. Stolen base. Another wild throw. The Giants stole second base again. Barnes is having trouble with the stolen bases. And this is just not the type of thing you want to see with the Dodgers going into the playoffs. It's just kind of sloppy play. The Giants are just running all over them right now, and they're just not very good. So, you know what? If we got to get out of this jam, if we're going to have to learn how to get out of this, we might as well get through it now and not in the playoffs. But it seems like the type of thing that they should be able to handle by now, which is a stolen base. Span might be really fast. Who knows? Here's the 1-0 pitch to Buster Posey. Swung on, fouled away. And you know what? These batters look pretty excited about McCarthy. I don't think they're scared of him at all. Buster Posey, you know, he still looks like a kid, but just not as much of a kid as he used to. I don't like the Giants, but Buster Posey's my favorite Giant. Span takes a big lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. All right, Span takes a big lead. Here's the pitch to Buster Posey. Swung on, popped up to right field. And whoever that is, Hernandez makes the catch. So we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Giants up 2-0, and the Dodgers really got to get something going here. So I'll be back in a second. Oh, man, I forgot to turn the volume up. I am sorry, guys. We're on commercial break. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, everybody. And I forgot to turn up the volume of the microphone last inning, so you guys saw me talking to nobody. And it's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Crawford just popped it up. No. Pence just popped it up. You know, maybe we got to restart this. I don't know what's going on. We'll restart that. Still have this tall pitcher. Oh, here comes the guy that needs the haircut. Brandon Crawford. He's batting .250, 14 home runs, 72 RBIs. He looks like a badass, but doesn't hit like one yet. He steps in. McCarthy gets the sign. Long, annoying windup. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And this umpire, he's a little all over the place on his strike zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. 0-2. Crawford, sweet looking hair, can't get a hit. And it just must be tough for these Giants. They are usually so good. Last year they made the playoffs. I think they lost to the Cubs and they even had a chance. This year, I don't know what happens. They lose their whole team and now they suck. Feel bad for Posey. Here's the pitch. Ball one, so 1-2. McCarthy was not going to give him something over the plate. And every time we go to Dodgers news, they just talk about how good they were and how bad they're doing now. So let's hope they turn it around. We got 8 more games left here in the regular season. Still, the record looks awesome. 2-2 to Crawford. Top of the 6th, 1 out. And overall, very boring game. Don't have all the starters for the Dodgers in there. Turner's not there. Bellinger's not there. We're down 2-0. Saturday night. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Crawford steps in the box. 2-2. Paper airplane just falls on the field. Here's the pitch. Popped up to center field. The shortstop actually goes way out there, calls it, and makes the catch. One-handed catch from Seager. Didn't use the 2 hands. He just caught it with 1 hand. So feeling pretty confident. McCarthy is actually doing pretty good. Ryu got hurt earlier in the game. I don't know if you were watching or listening, but he was out in the beginning of the 3rd inning. So we brought in Stripling, and then they brought in McCarthy, and he's just doing pretty good. And he actually hasn't had to go up to bat yet, so they haven't pinch hit him. Here's the pitch to Tomlinson. Strike 1, 80 miles an hour, some kind of crazy curveball. I wonder if this guy's related to LaDainian Tomlinson. That would be cool. He's 0 for 2 on the night, fly out and a ground out, 266, which means he's one of the better Giants. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Don't know how that was a strike. It would look outside and low, but we'll take it. McCarthy's looking pretty confident. Takes a number 2. I think that's a curveball. Here's the windup. Big curveball, strike 3. And yeah, number 2 is a curveball. And man, this Tomlinson looks so nerdy. Now they're showing the crowd loads of smiles. They're saying hey to the camera. Dodgers are number 1, drinking beer, having a great time. A lot of white people, and we have cut to commercial. All right, so let's go back to some news. All right, here we go. Let's see, what do we got here? Major League Baseball scores, highlights, updates. Let's click on that. Major League Baseball Saturday scores, highlights, updates, news. Brewers walk off against the Cubs. So Cubs have lost. We got an ad. All right, here we go. Here are the final scores. Brewers. Oh, I'm now scrolling all over the place like a spaz. All right, here we go. And there's still some games going, so this isn't the end. So final scores. Brewers 4, Cubs 3 in 10 innings. Astros over the Angels. Yankees over the Blue Jays. Indians over the Mariners. Red Sox shut out the Reds. Twins scored 10 against the Tigers. Pirates score 11 over the Cardinals, and the games still going are the Rays at the Orioles, the Royals at the White Sox, the Nationals at the Mets, Phillies at the Braves, Marlins at Diamondbacks, Rockies at the Padres. So a lot of games still going. And Rangers at Athletics, and finally Dodgers. Uh-oh, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that ad. Brewers beat the Cubs in dramatic fashion. This seems to be the big article. The Brewers fended off the Cubs on Saturday, ensuring they'll have a chance to split the 4-game series on Sunday. As has become par for the course, the game was a close, wild affair. The Cubs led 2-1 in the 9th inning, but Brewer shortstop Orlando Arcadia led off with a home run against Wade Davis. Previously, Davis has not blown a save this season. So Wade Davis is he's having a great season, but got homered on tonight. Back to the game. And I'll just leave that news up right there, just so we don't lose our spot. Right now, Charlie Culberson is up. He's batting 125, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs. They must have just brought him up. Here's the pitch from Bumgarner. Strike 1, 1-1. And Bumgarner also needs a haircut. Him and Crawford are tied in having long hair. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2, and this number 37 guy, this must be one of his first games in Major League Baseball. He looks very nervous. Perfectly white uniform, nice looking shoes, very small looking. We need some bigger players. Swung on, hit hard to center field, and that's an easy out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. He must have been pitching for, that must have been a pinch hitter for the pitcher. So we're going to get a new pitcher in the top of the 7th. And right now, who's this guy? Number 47. No. This isn't Chris Taylor. This is Trace Thompson. He's batting 111, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. And it looks like we are really flexing our backup guys this game. And it shows we still haven't scored any runs. Number 52 warms up in the bullpen, and this guy must be pinch hitting for the pitcher. Strike 1, 91 miles an hour, outside corner. Here's the pitch. Huge curveball outside. It's 1-1. Bumgarner is still in the game, doing pretty well. We have a fire alarm going off. I don't know what that's from. You know what, I'll turn... Alright, everybody. It looks like we got that fire alarm taken care of. I don't know what it was. Nothing's even burning in the apartment. So it's bottom of the 6th. Chris Taylor is up, strike 3, and the Dodgers still have done nothing. But we're going to have the top of the order coming up here in the bottom of the 7th. So let's hope we can turn it around. And here we are on commercial break. So let's go do some Dodgers news. The Brewers fended off the Cubs Saturday, ensuring they'll have a chance to split the 4-game series on Sunday. Oh, more fire alarm. All right, everybody, we are back. Back to Dodgers news, or back to baseball news. As has become par for the course, the game was close, a wild affair. The Cubs led 2-1 in the 9th inning, but Brewers shortstop Orlando Arcia led off with a home run against Wade Davis. We have already read this. Let's scroll down a little bit. The Cubs struck back in the 10th. John Jay delivered a single that scored Ian Happ, who had doubled earlier in the inning, and that made it 3-2. Davis returned for the 10th and trying to complete his first 2-inning appearances of the year. No dice. Ryan Braun doubled with 1 out, and Travis Shaw followed up with a walk-off home run. So, tough loss to the Cubs, and here we go back. Best record this season, LA Dodgers 98-56. Next is Cleveland 97-58. Then Houston 95-59, and Washington 93-61. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty worried about the Nationals. They looked pretty good, and we got Pedro Baez coming up to pitch. For some reason, I thought that he was on the bench. We read articles saying he was on the bench, but I guess in dire situations, and this game doesn't mean too much, let's bring him in. In 62 games, he's 3-6 with 22 holds. That's quite a lot of games for the season. Bit of a workhorse, though he does not have his spot on the playoff roster set. And let's hope we can get something out of him. I know that Dave Roberts has not been happy with his performances, and neither have Dodger fans. There are loads of newspaper articles. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, fouled away, 94 miles an hour. The fastest pitch we've seen this whole entire game. And Baez, 52, he looks pretty big and strong. Man, I can't imagine. Oh, Dave Roberts is... They got the camera on Dave Roberts, and the article specifically said that he was going to be coming... Yeah, I don't know. I guess Dave Roberts had second thoughts and wants to put him in there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball one. 1-1 to Jones, who's batting 178. These Giants should be a little bit easier to get out. We're having issues. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Here's another guy that just needs to shave. Baez. He's got kind of like this goatee. He's got this weird... He's got like the... He's got kind of the beard thing going, but he's got a longer goatee. It looks kind of funky. Looks weird. I'm not going to lie. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Jones. He starts from the stretch. Swung on, fouled back. 96 miles an hour. Baez is here to throw the ball hard. And it looks like he's hitting his spots. Let's hope that the Dodgers can do something here late in the game. Even though we clinched it yesterday, hate to lose these games to the Giants. And they're just terrible. Look at this guy. He's batting 178. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. 89 miles an hour. Don't know what that was. Looked like a missed fastball. It had no movement on it. Jones steps back into the box. Baez has got some pretty sweet New Balance shoes. Starts from the stretch. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Swung on. Hit hard. Center fielder gets underneath it. Makes the catch. 1 out. And so far so good for Baez. I would really like to see him making the playoff lineup in the bullpen. I know that he's right on the edge, but you know, I like the way he throws it. He throws it hard. And Bumgarner comes up to bat, so it looks like they're going to keep him in there. And in general, he is not an easy out. He's not the easiest out compared to other pitchers. He's batting .212, which is probably like average for the Giants right now. He's got a terrible pitching record this year. I don't know what happened to him. I used to think he was one of the better guys in the league, but maybe that was 5 years ago. Here's the pitch to Bumgarner. Ball one. I do not know why Baez would start off in the hole, but he threw it 97 miles an hour. That's pretty strong. Baez takes number 2. Oh, this must be a curveball. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bumgarner. Curveball, strike one. 1-1. Bumgarner bit on that one. Pulled his head, swinging for the fences. Didn't even have a chance. Great pitch from Baez. And now we know number 2 is his breaking pitch. They're showing it in replay. And that thing was a crazy-looking slider. It wasn't a curveball. It was a slider. So number 2 must be breaking. I think this is going to be a fastball. That was number 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball. 97 miles an hour. Hit to the second baseman. Thrown over to first. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. Wow, that was gas. Man, I like this Baez guy. Yeah, number 1 is fastball. Number 2 is curveball. And the catcher, Barnes, really sets up to where he wants it. They're not fooling anybody. And Barnes kind of got up on his stance a little bit. It looked like he was kind of standing. But that's exactly where Baez pitched it. So I think this catcher is showing their hand a little bit, and now Gorkys Hernandez is up to bat. He's 2 for 3 on the night, batting .256 on the season, 0 home runs, 22 RBIs. So maybe the Giants MVP this year based on everybody else. Here's the pitch, right down the middle, 97 miles an hour, and Baez looks like he's in the zone. 0-1. Hernandez is having a good game. His jersey is all dirt, or his uniform is all dirty. Baez gets the sign. 1 outside, 2, 3. I don't know what this is going to be. I think this is going to be a breaking pitch outside. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Oh, no, that wasn't a fastball. That was 88 miles an hour. I don't know what that was, but it was in the dirt. 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. Let's hope this Baez guy can pitch a few innings. Haven't seen Jansen in years. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Hit hard to right field. Puig took a bad jump on it. He ran forward when he should have been running backwards. That's going to be a double. And actually hit Puig in the glove. That's going to be counted as an error, and he says the F word. He's not happy with himself, and now, he's doing the Puig thing. Volkswagen replay. Hernandez hits it hard, and Puig jumped forward and was kind of left out of position. Hits him in the glove on the over-the-shoulder catch. Oh, man, it's so close. But Puig misses it, and that's going to count as an error, I think. Now he looks upset. He's in the outfield looking like he's going to cry. Really the type of player that he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and that is one big sleeve. He is so jacked. He looks like Mark McGwire. Dave Roberts is pissed. Joe Panic is up to bat. Oh, this is their best player, batting .290, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs. He's 0 for 3 on the night, so he's due. Let's hope Baez just throws it right by him. Two outs. Here's the number 2 inside. Yeah, that sounds great. P.F. Chang's out of the 2? Because I think they have the meal for 2 people.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, they don't?
That's the Italian place.
I think P.F. Chang's has a meal deal for 2 people, but I'm not totally sure. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Panic. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. 0-2. And Baez is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Panic checks the bat. Not cracked. Looks a little bit like Keith Urban, actually. Panic. The actor from Star Trek. Keith Urban. You guys know who Keith Urban... Never mind. Gets the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. And Barnes really gives away the hand. He should just stay in the middle. But he stands up, he gets inside, he goes outside, he does all sorts of weird stuff back there. And every time he moves, that's where the ball goes. I think he should just stay still. I don't know if Barnes is going to be our starting catcher. He doesn't look too good back there, that's for sure. And this should be a 88 mile an hour pitch. Number 3 last time was 88 miles an hour. We'll take a look. Hit to the third baseman. Oh man, I think I'm a little bit behind here. I don't know if this is live. Anyway, inning's over. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. Let's hope the Dodgers turn it around. I'm going to be right back. Thanks for watching.